Hi everyone, this is Grace Fyfe with Springwoods High School's newspaper, The Regit. And today we're at our school's second unified sporting event. This time it's sponsored by our own cross-country team. Let's go check out what they're doing. Okay, so right now we're with Assistant Principal Miss Kavanaugh, and she's going to be telling us what happens at the unified events. Hi Miss Kavanaugh, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Grace?
I'm great. Who's been heading this event at our school over the past few months?
This would be Miss Collier and Coach Cripps are the two that kind of really, like last May, they thought we need to really get them involved with our athletics. And so they challenged all our head coaches to get together, and Coach Cripps and Miss Collier did some research this summer and realized that this is actually a UIL event. They have unified games across the state. So like, well, let's get some more here. And then like for this one, the cross country one, Coach Morgan, who's the head of our cross country and track coach, he's the one who kind of set all this in motion, and Miss Collier's then arranged with outside personnel.
That's awesome. And like in the future, where do you see this going, not only at Springwoods but also in the district as a whole?
Well, I think with all the exposure that we're getting with this, because we had ESPN came and talked to Coach Cripps and Miss Collier earlier this week, I think it's going to challenge some of our other counterparts throughout the Houston area to get more students involved. I think it's great. It's good morale building, climate boosting, and all that. It's great for our kids. So.
Right here at the finish line is where students are handed their medal once they complete the race. It's obvious that the spirit here is high among Springwoods High School students. So I'm here with Hannah Kamichik and Anna Cardenas, and we're going to be talking about what's been happening at today's cross-country meet. So how exactly did you guys prepare the students for today's meet?
Well, we did like a run through of the course, and a few days ago we had them run on the track so that they would be ready for the distance that they were doing.
And what else do you think that Springwoods High School could do to like boost that inclusion for students today?
I feel like they should do more events like these where everybody is included and nobody is excluded for like any reasons at all.
Yeah, I think we're really getting like a lot more informed about what we can do to include everyone, and I think it's really great.
We're with our superintendent, Dr. Blaine, today, and she's going to be telling us what it's like to come out and support these events. What is it like to see Springwoods and also SWHS kind of head this inclusion program across the city of Houston?
I think it's super important. I mean, and I think Spring Branch has always been a trendsetter. And so, the fact that Miss Collier has spearheaded this does not at all surprise me, but I'm really proud of her because it's a lot of work to put something like this on. You have to organize it. Everyone has to know what their job is and what they're supposed to do. So, yeah, I mean, I'm very, very proud. Very, very proud.
And then for other SWHS schools who haven't started this event yet, what can you recommend to them in order to start an event like this one?
I mean, I think that each school has to kind of figure out what their passion point is. I think the point is the event is the event, and the event is fabulous, but it could be a different event too, So I think I would encourage each school to figure out what inclusion looks like on their campus. So is it a track meet like what Miss Collier does? Is it a field day? Is it a orchestra event? I mean, it could be anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I would encourage every school to figure out what that looks like for them and to absolutely get moving because, it's important. I think as a kid, I have a high schooler, so that to be included in something. Everybody wants to be included, and it feels good, and it doesn't feel so good when you're not. So I think it's super, super important.
Okay, so Ms. Gonzalez, how has it been to see Springwoods High School kind of head this inclusion event thing that's going on in Spring Branch?
As someone who generally has a lot of words, I'm candidly speechless, right? I think I teared up at the start, and then the tears just kept flowing. I am so amazed and enthralled by this school community, and to see everyone come together to rally, to cheer, to encourage, to support, to love, to high five has been one of the most profound experiences I've had as a school board member, to say the least.
And then if you had like one sentence to sum up today's event, what would it be?
Believe in people. The encouragement and the support is just authentic, and I think we're all looking for something to give that love to.
We're here with Athletic Director Coach Hershey, and she's going to be telling us about how exactly Spring Branch ISD can continue inclusion in our sports. So how would you recommend other schools do what Springwoods High School is doing right now?
Well, I think they're all interested already. Several. We've talked about this with our campus athletic directors, and And so they're all really excited about it. And so certainly, Springwoods has led the way. But I think that basically it's just, picking a sport and taking a few days to work with the kids and then just to develop an activity, just kind of like what Springwoods did. So I think it's, we were just talking about, I think it's easy. It's just deciding and being intentional about it.
And why do you feel like sports has been such a driving factor in making sure that our students are included?
Well, I think that's the beauty of sports. I think sports can be really transformational. I think it's, I think it's made changes in society all the way throughout our history. So it's just something that people love. They love games and they love to come together and play. It's just really kind of as simplistic as that. So it's just a vehicle to bring people together about something that they love. And so I think that that's something that this can do for any school and any community.
So obviously this is the second event that we've had here at Springwoods High School.
Absolutely.
Where do you see this program going in the future here?
So we have applied to become a Special Olympics Grand Champions school. So we're hoping to get that designation soon. That's a designation given by both Special Olympics and ESPN. That opens doors for us to be able to do more activities. So next year I anticipate, in the spring, lots more events. Next year it'll be a requirement for Springwoods High School that if you coach something or you're involved in something, we want to see one event that incorporates. It doesn't have to be this grand. It can be a skill day or something small. But what an awesome group of kids that are now part of our community. You see them in the lunchroom, and they now have names and faces and connections, like I watched you cross the finish line, or I saw you score that touchdown. And it has changed, I think, the culture of the lunchroom, the everyday passing period. So I anticipate this is about to grow into just who we are and what we do at Springwoods High School, which makes me very proud.
And then whenever you started this program, kind of like what inspired you to do it?
I actually have a family member who just wants to be normal and wants to engage in everyday life. And I watched him play with my own kids in the street, and that sense of normalcy, that sense of like just belonging, even though you're different, you still have the same goals and dreams. And making that something that we do and bringing it onto campus, I thought we have 50 kids who probably feel the exact same way. So how do I empower them to become a part of our community? So.
And then if you could send out a message to the students of Springwoods High School, what would you tell them about making sure that everyone's included on our campus?
I would say that Springwoods High School students are amazing. You guys are incredible. Watching you cheer on the kids is what makes this event so special. What I would say is when you see somebody who's different, it's what makes me proud to be a Tiger. Is I don't think we have a lot of cliques and groups. I think we all are very accepting. And what I would say to all of you is make sure that you accept everybody. Everybody's different. They may just have different beliefs and values. And we're living in a time right now where having different opinions sometimes can be a divider. And I'm going to say it makes us stronger, and it's what makes us who we are. And I'm very proud to be a Springwoods High School Tiger. And I hope that you take that and you accept everyone when you walk around this campus.
And Unified Event has come to a close. We're very excited to see what has to come in 2020. But we also want to thank all of our students and faculty for coming out to support every single student at Springwoods High today.